What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today we'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for strategy B with the ticker symbol MSTR. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. So man, what a day for MSTR. It was once upon a time trading at 414.36 today, and then it traded all the way down to 398.92, and then we finally closed right around 400. So we closed right on the lows of the day. That's why the candle is red, and we have a huge wick to it on the top. So it's basically price rejection at higher levels, and then it looks like we could be coming back down to probably fill in this gap that was created from today's move up higher from Friday's close, which is right around 397.82, 397.66. So we could see a little bit of drop tomorrow, probably to fill in that gap. Maybe get a higher low, and then we'll see higher prices. So we'll see if that pans out. But overall, price is just trying to figure out what it wants to do. We did see a nice break of this downward sloping trend line, so it's not really in a downtrend, but we could still continue lower. At the same time, price is still respecting this horizontal support right here at right around 360s, so that's a good sign. We're still above that, and looks like price could be coming up towards this like 400 level, 420s, 422. That is probably the next resistance level that price would need to face. So overall, we're just kind of in a sideways trading range. We go from the highs to lows, bounce off the lows again, broke out, failed, went to lows, try to move up higher. So overall, the price structure is just sideways after a large move up higher. So there's a good chance that this continues moving up higher, but it's just wasting time trading sideways. So we'll see how this develops. As right now, it's just in the middle of this potential trading range structure going on here. So there is also this micro trend line in play. So price can potentially bounce off of that as well and continue to respect it in the short term. So there's a slight upward trend line in play. But overall, MSTR just still struggling to get above 400s. It just does not like to be up here for that long. And as you can see, historically, it just does not like to be here for that long. We get rejection after rejection. But it's trying to push up against that level and break out eventually. Looking at the Bitcoin purchase today, very low. I was expecting at least, I did say 5,000, but at least 1,000. But they only did 155 after hitting the ATM for one of these preferreds. Just a slight amount. Maybe they're still just testing it out, so there's a good chance they probably buy more later. This is actually the lowest amount, since basically March. So because they did slow down or even stop the common stock ATM until about 2.5 NAV. There's exceptions to that, like to pay dividends or debt. But as of right now, they're letting the stock price run and tapping the preferreds instead. So let's see if they get some more. I think they increased the Bitcoin yield KPI. I think they wanted, it was 25% to the end of the year, which they already hit. So I think they improved the guidance to 30%. So to get that extra 5%, they're probably going to have to increase the ATM on these prefers by a larger amount to get to that target. In terms of assets, MSTR is underperforming most stocks, the most larger stocks. As you can see, 3-month returns only 1%, negative 1%. 1-year return, they are still outperforming basically everything in terms of Magnificent 7 and the indices by 2 and 4%. And Bitcoin is obviously still 102%, double basically from 1 year. And Bitcoin standard era, basically when they started buying Bitcoin, is still a large amount. So MSTR in the long term is still outperforming Bitcoin by double or 2x, but in the short term there is this like opportunity in play. There's this arbitrage opportunity. You can see there's a mismatch in the difference. So let's see what happens if they can continue to accrue more Bitcoin and then the price doubles in terms of Bitcoin. So that's everything I want to cover there. We went over the purchases, we went over the asset list. Let's go over Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin, man, it was ready to make a new all-time high. What is it doing? It's wasting time, basically. It's still stuck in this trading range nonsense. You can see that it's there was this trading range here, and then we broke out to the downside, but you can drag it across. So we can drag this trading range across. And you can see that we hit right off the highs. So it tried to break out. Now we're sucked back in below this level right here that price has not closed above. So price has not closed above this level right here, which is right around 120. and today it looks like we're not going to be getting that either. So maybe this is a huge short trap because this is a huge tail bar. So short sellers might be thinking this could be a double top. I'm going to enter short, trying to pick a top. So it could be a short trap for a huge move up higher. So this could be a benefit to the bulls. Instead of just breaking out cleanly, this could be adding more fuel to the fire when it does fail. So instead of seeing a clean break, which was kind of expected, I was expecting a clean break like this breakout right here. You can see how price just moved up higher to that level. This prior high, we just moved up higher to the level with green bars. This time could be fail breakout higher, short trap, and potential move up higher. I'd say overall the chart is still very bullish. I mean, we just knocked the all-time highs. We're just knocking at the doors at the all-time highs. We're still above the trend lines. We're still above this bullish trend line right here. So the trends are still in play. We're still above the short-term trend line as well. This one right here. So as you can see here, we're still above the short-term trend line. We still have the measurement targets in play towards 136. You can measure this leg up right here. That's 136, give or take a couple thousand. A couple hundred, and then we have this leg up right here as well, one leg up right here, second leg up right around is the same level as well, 136,000, and that's also near the top of the channel, 136,000. You can make a channel that's right around that level, so let's put a circle there as a potential target. So right around here is the zone that I'm expecting price to get to. I think this is just gonna be like you have to have diamond hands, meaning you'll probably see a pullback, get scared out of your position, as you can see today, and then it looks like price is going to be dropping out lower, create a short trap. Maybe tomorrow we see the all-time high that's expected. So overall, still a lot of a bullish momentum to the upside, and I don't think it's just going to stop here and roll over to the downside. Well, obviously that's my bias is towards the upside, not an opinion, because what would be my invalidation? It would be a break of these trend lines. If we start seeing a downward break of these trend lines, downward momentum build up, then obviously all bets are off. Most likely we're going to be seeing another leg down of similar magnitude as we have seen. So one leg down right here. This will begin the second leg down, and this would be targeting right around 110, back to 110, basically. So, that would be my invalidation is yes, we break these trend lines. But as right now, it's still bullish trend lines in play, measurement targets in play. I don't think the market's telling me that's it's reversing. I think most likely this just end up as a short trap. So that's what Bitcoin's doing in the short term. MSTR most likely going to be doing the same thing as well. Looks like a short trap for higher prices, maybe creating a higher low for more confirmation for buyers to step in. Because right now it looks like price is not trying to move up higher. So taking a look at the weekly chart to wrap up the video. Let's go and remove all the drawings. And we can analyze this on the log scale. Let's look at the log scale and nice bullish trend in play. We have the first trend line right here that was set. We have not come back to it, which is not what you generally don't want to see. That this is the second trend line, still above it slightly. If you just adjust it to make it fit, it's still in play. As you can see here, still relative, and we're still below this horizontal level. So we're coming to an inflection point where we have two levels converging, a horizontal level and a trend line right over here. So I don't think it's that much longer before we finally have a decision if MSTR is going to finally move up towards new all-time highs, or we're going to fail and just chop around and potentially have topped already. So that would be my invalidations if we start seeing aggressive selling to the downside. If we break the first trend line, then that's completely game over, and most likely we're going to go in an extended bear market. But it's just not a good sign if we get down that low. But overall, it's still trying to figure out what it wants to do. Market participants are kind of neutral as of right now. Basically, for the past several months, they've kind of been neutral. As you can see here, it's just back and forth between the 430 and 360, just back and forth, and eventually one of them is going to win out, and then we'll see what happens. I'm expecting the bulls because the momentum is still up, and most likely MSTR follows Bitcoin's price action. So if Bitcoin is going to double, I don't think MSTR is going to be going down. I don't think so, but the market can obviously be full of surprises. So the bias is up, but these are the invalidation levels. We start seeing substantial breaks of these trend lines. So all that for MSTR on the daily and weekly charts. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.